welcome back. This is Life Under the Laundry Pile podcast, episode 18. We getting all Sesame Street in the suburbs, bitches.
Gosh, I can't believe you said that.
Copper, let me introduce.
I did.
Woot, woot.
Only if she would say that.
So there you go. If you'd like for me to do that again, just let me know in the comments on Facebook.
She'll say it every damn time if you let her.
I do. That might be our new hashtag, like at the end. Sesame Street in the suburbs, bitches.
Get over the technical stuff first.
Technical stuff. Let's see. What's technical?
Our website, the Facebook, blah, 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 blah.
Okay. If you want to find us, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, and we have a website, which hopefully after the first of the year, we can break out and be a .com. We're working on it.
Yeah, we have big plans for the beginning of the year, and we'll talk about that at the end. So we'll try to keep it in our pants until then.
Yes,
so.
But as always, please leave us comments.
Yes.
You guys did incredible with this episode.
We
asked for
great
comments.
Reaction for this episode.
It was.
Yeah.
I was seriously impressed, though. I will tell you my little confession. You guys totally commented more on Copper than you did on me, and a lot of you are mutual friends. Feelings hurt. Okay, rant over.
Who always gets the private messages?
That's not the same.
Do you see me crying?
That's not the same. I want our mutual friends to give mutual love to both of us. Mutual of Omaha.
They love us both.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, my sister-in-law Karen.
Hi Karen. You're
Karen.
Such a nice fan.
She texted me this. She texted me, and she's a great sister-in-law too. We often joke that if my husband and I ever got divorced, I'd get her in the settlement. So
that's kind of the way it is with my sister-in-law.
She was she when we were much younger. We won't talk about it. She lived with us quite a bit. So because she worked up towards where we lived versus where she lived, so it was easier for her to stay with us than it was to continue living there. So, and it was just awesome. That was a great time in our lives. So it was nothing for us to stay up late and have to go to the store at 10:30 at night in our PJs to buy ice cream.
Right.
Watching like stupid stuff like South Park and
It's almost like a slumber party all the time.
Kind of it was. Yeah, and Matt worked as much as he works now, so it was just her and me a lot. We ate so much buttered pasta.
My kids like that.
Yeah, so she's a good friend and a great sister-in-law too. So but she said this morning, she's like, I just want to let you know that I just really love listening to you guys. You're doing such a great job. So random things like that really
we've had a lot of that.
Yeah.
I have to tell you.
I think we might be doing okay.
I do too.
Yeah.
We've had several people tell us that they really enjoy listening to us. I don't know if we ever did we ever talk about, I think we did, where our sweet friend Christina said it was like listening to us. When she was listening to us that day, she said it's like listening to your show, sitting here when you're talking to each other. So that was a really good compliment.
So that lets you know that this isn't fake. We're idiots in real life too.
Yeah.
So it is, break starts next week. Christmas is like a week later. We are really down to the nitty gritty here.
Yes.
How is your Christmas prep going?
Good. Do you know I'm seriously almost 95% done with my Christmas shopping. I did it on the internet.
Yeah.
Let's just say the doorbell rings like 40 times a day.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. But I have to say, in a tiny little way, I feel guilty that I'm not out shopping in the shops.
I agree.
But you can just literally have like 12 tabs open and shop for the best price right there. And when they have free shipping, I'm not going to turn that down.
Right. Man, you really hit it on the head of the nail there. I do a lot of mine online now too. It's just so much easier, and especially with how busy we are and how much we have going on. But I do get that twinge of, am I missing something by not going to the mall and shopping? You know? But this is just easier. I get the kids exactly what they want. I'm not that close to being done, but ideally this week I want to be done, and maybe even
before the break starts.
You know, knock on wood, before break starts, and wrap the gifts too. So I'm not, because I never know, is Matt going to be home during break? Is he not going to? So to try to wrap without someone else here to handle the kids, I don't want to do that.
I lock myself in the room at night when the kids go to bed. I do that a lot, and this year, I've decided to wrap as they come. Because
well, see, this is where you confused me last week because I'm like, what are you up to? And you're like, I'm wrapping gifts. I'm like, what the hell? It's not 11 o'clock on December 24th. Do people wrap before then?
They do. That's my my plan this year.
So, but anyway, ideally, I'll get everything done, and then maybe just like that last day before the kids are home, I can watch crappy TV and wrap all day. So otherwise, I'm usually locked in my room.
Yeah.
And wrapping then. So
now I haven't done. I will tell you, I plan to get their stocking stuffers. I will actually go to the store for that.
Oh yeah, because it's
I'm slightly excited about that because I still get to shop, but not, on the same scale.
But you do miss, I agree, you do miss that little bit of the spirit that happens when you run into the store to grab things for them. But at the same time, it's just easier and a lot of times cheaper too. So.
No, it is. And I'm going to tell you.
We're not going totally crazy on gifts this year. So it's not.
Us either. Right. I did a certain number.
It's kind of nice.
And no matter what I did a certain number. Right. Exactly. No matter what the value was at the end of the number, that's what they're getting. So, and it was hard, but it worked out better.
Right.
It did. Because I literally got exactly what the kids asked for. They didn't ask for a ton of stuff. Though Landon had front and back, but it was, I want this Pokemon card and this Pokemon card. I'm like, dude, you don't have to list single Pokemon cards. I don't even know if that's possible.
I'm going to throw you a couple packs in your stocking stuffer and you'll be done.
Exactly.
Okay, buddy? Yeah. So I can't physically pick out certain ones for you.
I know, right?
I'm assuming. I don't know. I'm not Pokemon.
Do I want to spend my days on Amazon looking for single Pokemon cards and paying, $5? No, shipping? No. I'm good. So.
Oh shoot! I was gonna say, poor Red. He asked for everything on his list is a video game. I'm like, you can't just get video games,
right?
But he's like, I want Mario Kart. I want Mario Maker, Mario Cat. I don't even know what that is.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Something about
I don't know. I haven't looked it up yet. So
Mario Homemaker, Mario
Homemaker,
school teacher. Yeah. I don't even know. Maybe that is a thing. I don't know. I got them something they could use outside. Yeah. And then something related to the video game. So
Jackie's gotten really big into throwing the ball around in the backyard and hitting the ball with a bat. Right. So we got him and he doesn't listen, so I don't have to worry about this. But he's only
Jackie, don't listen.
Jackie, cover your ears, baby boy. We're getting him a what do they call it? Is it like a baseball tee? So he can set the tee onto the thingy and focus on hitting it without it coming toward. He can improve the swing without worrying about where the ball's coming from. So
I like T-ball.
Because he's just gotten really big and he just wants someone to go out there and play
that's
ball
Landon.
with him. Right.
That's Landon. Well, then he can come to our house and they can play with each other in the backyard. He'll drive you nuts. He wants someone to go throw the ball with him all day long. So I bought, and again, what will probably surprise me and listen to this damn episode, but hopefully not. I bought Lloyd a flag football set, a Nerf flag football set. But I thought, how much fun
for him and
Landon.
Or him and the girls too, right?
That's not going to happen, but yeah.
Maybe, you don't know.
Yeah, no, it's not. So I just thought,
that's I thought
that was a good gift.
That's a great gift.
You know, it encourages getting outside and encourages, playing together.
Right.
So, but I think they'll be excited.
On top of everything else, that will make Landon one very happy little boy.
Absolutely.
Right. So even though it doesn't have his name on the gift, he's still going to benefit from it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. I mean, so what are you going to do? Go out this week and go shopping?
I think I need to sit down and wrap up what I can online and then go out and get it. And I still have to do teacher gifts and everything too.
Yeah,
so
me too.
The only person I'm done with is you.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm done with Maggie.
So I'm like, I've completed yours.
Oh dear God! It better not have Kanye at all, shape, or form.
It does not. I promise. It doesn't.
Thank you.
It doesn't.
Well, your present is like a million little tiny. You know what I'm saying? A million tiny little clothespins. Copper has this weird fetish with those little miniature clothespins that you can buy.
And they come in different colors. And you can get them with glitter on them. And you can stick things with them. I just love them. I love clothespins.
I found one in the bottom of the Christmas bin. A little tiny little red one. And I clipped it to my shirt one day when I went out to the turkey trot or whatever. And I gave it to her.
It's a weird obsession. You saw how happy I am when we walk around in that
area.
But
I love the craft store, period.
Yes. We've decided that we really need to have just a gigantic craft room so we can have it all.
Like Michael's. I'm going to have to tell you, I really like Michael's better than Hobby Lobby. Michael's is amazing.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't know why. I think it's because it's less home stuff and more craft stuff.
Right. I like both though.
I do, but I really like Michael's.
Michael's is my preference. That's generally where I will go first. So.
I agree. They need to step up the line, but other than that, I could stay in there for hours.
Right. But it's Christmas time. That line is always horrible wherever you go. I have those pants I need to return. I'm not returning them until after the
No, I know. Isn't that funny?
Oh, no.
If you go now.
And I was at Hobby Lobby the other day on Friday, and I thought, I have time. I should run over to J. I'm like, oh, no, I'm not going over there. Like, I will wait.
Okay, because I was going to say, if people were listening to you, they would think you bought pants from damn Hobby Lobby.
No, I bought pants from JCPenney's, which is in the same parking lot as
Those
Hobby
of you
Lobby.
that don't know, they sell clown pants at Hobby Lobby, and you can buy them in the bag. And you can put vinyl. You can use your silhouette machine and add shit to those clown pants.
That would be amazing.
Which is my next project. So don't tell Copper, by the way. That's her Christmas present.
Vinyl decorations on clown pants. I bet that'd be, as long as they have a elastic band.
I'll put your name on the back. On the booty.
That'd be awesome. 3 letters on each butt cheek.
Cop. Purr. Cop. Purr.
Ooh. Anyway.
I would be heat her. Oh, heat her. That's kind of vulgar. Heat her.
And then be right across your butt.
Heat her. And as you walk in, say, heat her, heat her, heat her.
No.
Yeah, that's kind of gross.
Let's see. So we're going to take a little trip up to see my sister this weekend to do some baking.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it'd be a good time. We haven't seen them in a while, so that'll be nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But other than that, we're pretty loosey-goosey at Christmas time. We don't plan a lot so that we can do what we feel like doing. So
now we do a minivan express where I print out the little tickets to make popcorn and hot chocolate.
Well, I don't think I've ever gotten that fancy about it, but and we're talking about this later, but one of my favorite things for the kids love to, and whenever we go out and we're out at night, we always
Christmas lights.
We'll stop in neighborhoods. They love driving around looking. And I love it too. And we always have the Christmas music on.
Us too. I used to play the Polar Express on our little DVD player in the car, but the kids really honestly think that movie is very lame, and I have to agree. Once you've seen it once,
oh my gosh, girl, we've seen that movie a million times.
I know. Though I do sing hot chocolate, and the kids, they know what that's from.
They watched it 3 times this weekend.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, see, I'm more of a National Christmas Vacation.
We also watched that twice.
That is one of my favorite things. Absolutely.
You saw I posted that on Facebook. I'm like, this is the point where we realized we weren't going to get anything done today. As I had popped it in, and we all just like instantly sat down and started watching it.
That and Home Alone, man, epic Christmas movie. Like
Home Alone drives me nuts, but the kids love it, so we watch it. I
friggin' love Home Alone. Yeah, that used to be my favorite Christmas movie.
I have seen that movie a million times. I don't like the other ones. I don't like the sequels to that.
No.
Just that one.
Absolutely. We have it, and I probably could quote you, like, as they're talking, you know, what does he say? Something about keep the change, you filthy animal.
We say that all the time. Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Landon went to Pump It Up last weekend for the not Urban Air for the birthday party, and he said, "Mommy, some man came up to me and said, happy something about you filthy animal," and Landon, it was whatever else they say in the movie. I forget at this time, but I said, "What did you say to him?" He said, "I said it right back to him." He said, "It was from Home Alone." I said, "I know it's from Home Alone." Whatever that T-shirt is, the T-shirt says "Merry Christmas, you filthy animal" or something like that. Yeah. That's what he said to him. Well, I thought that was pretty funny, but must have been someone who worked there.
It's one of those movies you always have a bunch of quotes from. So.
And that house, I would die and go to heaven for that house.
You know, there's a picture out, and it's all over Facebook. It's like, you've become an adult when you can watch Home Alone, and all you wonder is how much the mortgage is on that house.
I do know how much the mortgage is on that house.
Because they recently sold it.
Did you see where was it last year? Yeah. I put it, no, it was a couple years ago, it was for sale, and I put it on my Facebook, and I said, that's it, it's official, we're moving. Right. Okay? And I put the picture. My friends literally thought I was moving to Chicago because that's where this house is. They're like,
they didn't get the reference?
No.
They're like, hell?
"Oh, congratulations. Oh my God, it's so beautiful." And I was like, "Oh man, you're ruining my post. Now I got to tell you. It's because the Home Alone house is for sale." It was like $1 million something.
It was like 1.2, 1.4, or something like that. It was a large number.
Yes.
But it's that you're an adult when you start wondering what the mortgage was on the house. So.
That house to me is the epitome of what an all-American house looks
Right.
like. Like, that house was just amazing.
Which
even
is funny
today,
because it's really not.
It's not, but even today when I look at
it
is.
in your head.
It's idyllic.
Yeah.
Even with the horrible wallpaper, that house was just
because it's all of us grew up watching that movie.
Oh my God, that is if you ask me what any home in America that I could have, it would be the Home Alone house. Just because, amazing.
Plus, you know that you could always defend yourself against burglars.
That's right, because I know his game plan.
Right.
I know. I know everything you can do. You can sit there and shoot through the little dog hole with a BB gun. You know, the ornaments go underneath this window in the living room.
Yeah. Matchbox cars, the paint can,
the nail on the stairs coming up from the thing. I love that movie.
It's a good movie.
So yeah.
Something else happens in December.
The big 4-0.
Yes,
Not for me. Yeah. I still have 10 more years before that.
You look like you have 10 more years before that.
Just kidding.
I know the truth, though.
I'm just kidding. It's Kappa's birthday.
I turned 40 this month, so yeah.
My mom's birthday's in December too. I feel really bad. Christmas Day.
Mine is the 29th, and I can't remember. And I'd have to ask people.
Do they remember?
If I was supposed to. I can't remember. I was supposed to be a Christmas baby or a New Year's baby, but I was supposed. I'm like right in the middle. I was right. I can't remember which it is, but But yeah, I was born on the 29th of December. So I will say this. My mom and dad always made it a very separate event. Okay. So I never, people talk about, and it is very true for a lot of people.
My mom, she's Christmas Day baby.
You get swallowed up by this holiday, and it's what your birthday's defined about, and you don't get that separate. But my parents never once. That's awesome. They always, and through all their faults, the birthday thing was wonderful. They always made sure that, because also it's over the break where people are out of town. It's kind of, I did have a few birthday parties growing up. Not that I think birthday parties are a need to happen item, but we always did special things because obviously it wasn't an easy time to get other people. No one's around that week. They're wherever they're going, Right. But it was always really great when I was a kid. So, but yeah,
I'm glad they make it separate for you. Or made it separate for you.
And I always tell people that I give them credit where credit's due because they did. It was two separate.
Well, there's
events.
enough of a time. There's enough of a gap between. Right. But I know, like my poor mom, whose birthday is Christmas Day. But
I know people that are.
She never gets a cake. Like I had to make her a cake the past few years.
Like my father was born in the beginning of December. My grandmother's birthday was, and I talk to other people that have all throughout the month, no matter how close it is to Christmas, people always just kind of push the two of them together. I have friends.
I would never do that to my kids. Would you do that to your kids?
I have a friend whose birthday, and this is so small and it shouldn't mean anything, but her birthday is the 12th of December, and she has gotten gifts wrapped in Christmas paper.
That's shitty.
It is not a big thing, but in the same light, it is a big thing. Like, you don't have birthday paper.
No one else. I mean, everyone else gets their own birthday.
Someone born in August is getting their gift in the... and it's so silly, but at the same time...
No, it's not. We all deserve to be recognized on our birthday. Well, my mom literally rarely gets birthday presents. She'll get a Christmas present, and that will be for both. Right. Which I think is the shittiest of shittiness.
I mean, unless you're buying me a car, that doesn't count.
No, I know. Don't give me a damn candle and say, Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday. Right. How lame is that? Right. No, absolutely not. I'd be almost tempted to say, you keep it.
Try again.
Obviously.
Wrong answer.
Your taste is horrible and your sense is stupid, so whatever.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what we're going to do. I'm obviously not getting the boob job I asked for, but I always said when I turned 40 I was going to get a boob job, but that's not going to happen.
You acquired a boob this year. Hi.
Yeah, that's
you. So you have 3 boobs.
I have 1 perky boob and then 2 not so perky boobs.
We'll have to do something. Yeah. We'll just go out and go out and get drunk or something.
Yeah, we can go drink green sauce and margaritas.
Oh my God, that sounds so good right now. That's the most amazing.
It's so yummy.
Oh my God, it is.
Hopefully this time I won't choke on a nacho.
We went to eat lunch the other day. Where did we go? Of course, we were at the craft store.
Right.
I was at Michael's and literally in the middle of shopping, and she texts me and she says, Something about...
I'm not going to go to Michael's. I'm not going to go. I'm like, I had a list of things I wanted, but I'm like, I have things to do today. I'm not doing this. So I'm like, I need for you to talk me down. And she's like, I'll meet you at Hobby Lobby.
No, I sent you a picture of where I was.
Yeah.
I literally turned around and started giggling, and everybody looked at me. And I took a picture. I had to wait for this lady to get her ass out of my way. So I took a picture of the shelves in Michael's, and I sent it to her. And she was like, something about Hobby Lobby. I said, I can meet you there in 20 minutes. Let's go. Even though I had already gone all the way through Michael's. So guess what? We both ended up at Hobby Lobby. And then we ended up at
Los Cucos,
the Mexican restaurant.
And we got nachos, and
she proceeded to choke.
Yeah, she's talking to me. I'm like, I'm going to have to stop you for a second because I think I might be dying. I had swallowed the nacho raw. In my eager fatassery, method, I had not chewed the nacho. I had just swallowed it whole. Nom 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 nom.
What is that, the Cookie Monster? Shit.
He goes nom 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 nom.
That is copper with tortilla chips.
Yeah. Oh my god, they're so good. But I'm like, I'm gonna have to stop you because I think I might be dying. And like, we had to she had to talk me through because I started to panic a little bit.
Raise your hands.
It wasn't going anywhere. I'm like, I don't want to make a scene, but this is a situation.
It's okay. I know the Heimlich and CPR.
I don't want to kiss.
But all over a chip? No, not worth it.
No.
And plus, I really want to enjoy my food. So choke that shit down.
You're like,
guzzle water.
Get over yourself. I'm trying to eat my green sauce over here.
Guzzle some water.
My 12 cups of iced tea that lady gave me.
So. Oh my God. I think you were going to float away.
She refilled my glass literally 10 times. But yet she still had to ask me every time.
Sweet tea? Is that sweet or unsweet? Really?
I'm like, bitch, this is Texas. What do you think that is?
She literally turned around at one point and filled it, turned back around, grabbed it again, and then she turned back around. She said, sweet tea or unsweet?
I'm like, every time I took a sip, she was right there to refill it.
And she couldn't remember each time.
I know. It's fine. Whatever.
It is, but there's still restaurants that don't believe in sweet tea around here. I don't frequent those establishments.
No, those people are not worth my money.
No. If you don't put sugar in your tea,
there's something wrong with
you.
you.
You're not getting my money.
I can't tell you where I got sweet tea somewhere the other day, and I shit you not, it was sweet tea made with artificial sweetener.
Goat's ass. Yeah, I knew that was coming.
And it wasn't like, here's an unsweet tea, you need to sweeten it yourself. It was literally, they were advertising it as sweet tea, and that was sweet and low.
Ew.
Yeah.
What is that? That's blasphemy. Like, don't give... No. There are a few things that you don't mess with me, my kids.
Right.
And my sweet tea.
My kids and my sweet tea.
Yeah. I mean, my goodness gracious.
So, well, this is episode, on this episode. Good. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, got it out. On this episode, still the chip stuck in me a week later. We're talking about...
You're saving it for later?
Yeah.
You're like a chipmunk. I saved that chip for later, bitch. I'm going to eat it later.
Who knows when I'm going to eat again? We're talking about our favorite things of the holidays. So we put out a little call out to you guys to let us know what are some of your favorite things from the holidays. And I wrote everything down. And you guys
rocked it out of the park.
Oh my gosh. This list is overwhelming and fantastic. So we're going to go through some of it. A lot of everybody, Christmas music. Your sister, Nikki, talked about how much she loves Christmas music.
Right.
And decorating cookies and the lights and watching movies and snuggling with our kiddos. And the one thing she wrote was she loves, and I'm going to pronounce this wrong, is it wassail? Do you know what that is?
Wassail.
I didn't know what that was. I had to look for it. It looks delicious.
It looks nasty. If it's anything like cider, I see it on Pinterest.
I like cider.
I don't like cider. So
I had to look it up.
I will not wassailing I will go. Because the song says a wassailing we will go.
You like eggnog, right?
I do. It's got to be creamy. If I'm going to drink it, I want it to be creamy. I'm not going to drink no damn apple juice.
Right. See, and I'm not.
I think that's what.
It is. It's cider. It starts with cider and then you add things to it. So I'm not a huge... Well,
booze?
You can put booze in anything.
Oh, it's not booze?
Maybe. I didn't get that far into it. I wanted to see if it was I'm not sure what this is. We'll have to look it up. But even if it's not a boozy drink, let's be completely honest. You can make anything a boozy drink.
Let's just be honest. It needs to be.
All you have to do is pour vodka in it. Everything can be boozy. You can't taste vodka.
Ramchata.
Are you done?
Sort of.
Are you done?
I think I laugh at myself more than anybody else laughs at me.
Roger likes getting together with his family, food, and presents. Perfect. I think we all love that.
Everything.
Right.
Yep.
Your friend Joy loves bubble wrap, which I thought was
Sweet friend Joy.
Who doesn't love bubble wrap? Bubble wrap is awesome. In our house, when we get a package from Amazon, it's like this gigantic fight over the bubble wrap.
I agree.
And they send out the bigger wrap now. It's not the little thingy. So
it's huge bubbles.
I end up, and this is where I'm like that parent that you roll your eyes out. I count out how many I have and divide it between the kids so they each get a. I know I'm raising assholes. And she also likes
assholes.
Anal assholes, yeah.
Yeah. Let's count down. You have 12. You have 12. You have 13. Well, we got to cut that shit off.
This is where I just poke it myself. Yeah. She also likes her mom's cranberry relish. I love a good cranberry relish. I'm a sucker there. Not a lot of people like cranberries, but I do.
If you're talking about like the cranberry out of the can, absolutely. Is that what we're talking about?
She said relish. Relish is it's homemade.
Okay.
Versus like the can. It's really good.
It comes out of a can.
It's very similar. The texture is a little bit different, but the taste is very much the same. So I like both of them. Gotcha. I would take either. And I love it like with a little bit of mashed potato and a little bit of turkey on the fork together. Oy vey. I love food. And then she also gets really excited about Christmas breakfast, which is one of our big things too. So
I try to actually find a new recipe to make every Christmas breakfast. But you know what I have a hard time with? Getting my ass up off the couch. I'm like, I want to sit here just like the rest of y'all bitches. And
I always find
play with
something.
Your presents and bring my coffee.
I always make breakfast bake, which is something I got from my mother-in-law
the day before.
Yeah, so in that way you just throw it in the morning, and while everybody is opening gifts, it's baking, and then it's all set to go.
Oh, hallelujah!
Now, last year, I will tell you the story really quick, and then we'll get back to the list. Last year, someone recommended this recipe to me, so I'm like, that sounds amazing. You put it in the crock pot the night before you go to bed, and then you wake up in the morning, and it's all made. It was the worst fucking thing we'd ever tasted.
Let me guess. Was it like oatmeal or shit?
Moose did not even touch it. And Moose will eat anything. I once liquefied a meatloaf and he still ate it. Blech. He will eat anything. And he's like, oh, baby, this is not good.
How was it?
It was some sort of French toast thing. And I've made other French toast stuff, but this particular recipe was not good at all. So, and
it was
then
like
of course,
bread.
It was mud. I mean, there was no taste to it. There was nothing.
Really?
And several people were like, I love this recipe when someone sent it to me. And I'm like, okay, I'll do this. Something new. And of course, it's Christmas morning. I don't have the stuff to make breakfast bake. I don't think I was out of pancake mix. So, I mean, like I'm online trying to figure out something to feed us on Christmas morning. And it ended up being really like funny. It was a funny story. The kids thought it was hilarious. And then of course I had looked up a waffle recipe. Well, that recipe didn't work out, so I had to find another one. I'm using up everything.
This is not what I want to be doing on my Christmas morning.
Screw it. Everyone gets cornflakes.
Yeah.
So back to breakfast bake this year. We're not messing. It's a good system for us. We eat it every year for breakfast on Christmas morning, and I'm not going to mess with it.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, so back to the list. Jane, who lives in Florida.
Yes, my friend Jane.
She loves the Christmas parade in her town.
Yes, it's nice because we live in a really small town, and it's.
Is that where you're from? Is it the same place?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I didn't know that, so I had to look up because I'm like, oh, I don't know where Jay is, and I'm like, oh, it's in Florida. Okay.
That's my hometown.
So. She also likes the 25 Days of Christmas on ABC Family, which I think is actually called
Freeform now,
but it's the same thing. So
yes,
it's always so fun to watch those. And every year when the schedule goes out, everyone goes crazy.
I know they start sharing it on Facebook. Yes, I agree.
So, but it's fun. She has an amazing thing she likes, and this is so exciting. I would love this too. She does Christmas Eve lunch with 100+ family members.
I know, it's kind of crazy.
That is insane.
That's almost like a family reunion every year.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I agree.
Our friend Leslie.
Yes.
Loves gift wrapping. And then she posted a picture, which I think we can probably put up on the page so you can see how she's talented in a lot of ways, but she has a beautiful gift wrapping.
And she does a different theme every year. I remember the first year I ever met her, and I'm trying to think what the theme was. I want to say it was like polka dots. Correct me if I'm wrong, Leslie, but it was freaking adorable. But in the same hand, it was over the top professional. Like, It was crazy. Like, it puts my Dollar Tree
this is
wrapping
like what
paper
I mean.
to
this
shame.
is what she does. I mean, she does these like. I mean, this is who she is.
Yeah.
So it's was not at all surprised when she posted that picture. I'm like, that's totally you, and I love it. It's beautiful.
I agree.
I used to wrap gifts a lot better than now it's become this more manic, I just want to get it done thing. And not to the extent that she did it, but I used to make the little bows on it. And and now, and we don't even put, for the kids, we don't put their names on their gifts.
Okay.
They find, and this goes totally off the list, and this is actually one of my favorite things to do versus our listeners. I put a little piece of their particular wrapping paper in their stocking. So they have to get to the bottom of their stocking
I've seen that before.
And find their little piece of wrapping paper and match it to their gift.
That's really smart.
So, yeah.
Do you use bows? I don't use bows. I haven't used a bow in like 20 years.
Every year I think I'm going to, because I used to like make the bows and do the little curly ribbons.
Yeah.
Nowadays, man, I'm so tired.
1993 called. They want their wrapping shit back.
Yeah.
I don't. I literally wrap it,
right,
and that's it.
But then, like, I see Leslie's, I'm like, that's so beautiful. I want to do that. Can you imagine seeing that under your tree? It's not going to happen, but I want to do it.
No, I can imagine how much time that would suck out of my life.
It would.
And I'm not a perfectionist, for any of you who know me. So I just been like, fuck this. After like wrapping 3 of them, I'm like, I'm done. Those are going to go for show. We'll shove everything else behind it.
There's a box that's not even wrapped. It's still in the box that Amazon sent it in.
Yeah,
So.
I just kind of sharpied over the word, and that was it. So we're good.
Both Lauren and Sarah like driving around looking at lights, which is also something that we do.
Yes, me too.
And ugly Christmas sweater parties came up quite a bit as well.
Oh.
So let's see. Lauren talked about those, and then someone else did.
I don't think any of my friends did.
Oh, my friend Jennifer. So she talked about ugly Christmas sweater parties too. Those are pretty fun. So my friend Julie likes making her favorite childhood cookies with her son.
We do that too.
Yeah.
I think that's fun.
I think it's just a tradition, the same cookies every year and over and over again. So there's a lot of zoo lights and eggnog. I see eggnog over and over again. My friend Nina actually wrote, I like lots of eggnog. And I happen to know this for a fact. I've witnessed it. She does like lots of eggnog.
Nina, I like you. I like eggnog. With whiskey.
You know what? You would love Nina.
I wonder, Nina, if you could put rum chata in that eggnog.
You probably could.
Ooh, maybe I should dig into that a little deeper. That rabbit hole that I talk about all the time.
My sweet mother-in-law, Sandy, loves her favorite song. And it's funny because whenever it comes on, I even tell the kids, I'm like, remember, this is Grammy's favorite song. It's I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Go
and she also likes breakfast bake. And she makes a soup on Christmas night instead of a big
meal.
Right.
Yeah,
so
right.
She kind of gets to relax, too.
Right.
So let's see. What else? What else have we got? There were so many. Rebecca loves decorating the house with hot chocolate and music blaring. Her family visits, and they also celebrate their daughter's birthday, too.
And the gift wrapping. She likes the gift wrapping, too.
Right.
Oh.
She actually likes, when she gift wraps, she likes playing like a drinking game. So, if you lose the tape, then you get to
That is hilarious. Yeah. That's awesome, Rebecca.
I want to go to that gift wrapping party. Our friend Erin actually thinks that Christmas cookie Jell-O shots are her new favorite. So, I made the recipe for them. I'm like, I can make that with room chata.
They looked okay.
They're very pudding-y.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
I'm game.
You'll try it.
I'm game for anything.
And then my friend Marion, this is just this is not Christmassy. This is just what I want to do on it every day. She loves snow, fireplaces, hot tea and cocoa, and a good book.
Me too.
Yeah.
Coffee and a good book is my favorite thing to do.
Let's just do that every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can I do that for the whole entire Christmas break vacation?
Yes.
Christmas vacation. Golly. We're all in the Christmas mood.
Whew. So that was a lot, but you guys did really great. I liked that. Thank you.
Yes, and I have to say, we would love that kind of participation every time. That was amazing.
No pressure.
But I'd like some more on my page as well.
So please split your love between, Heather and I.
That's right.
She's keeping count.
And she's rolling her eyes. Oh, copper. Shit.
You stop. So what are some of your favorite things?
And it's funny, when I went to make my list, mine was not just holiday things. My list is things that are my favorite kind of as of this moment. So some of them are Christmas and some of them are not. Amazon was my number one.
I got it on mine too.
Amazon, hands down, you're amazing. Like I don't. Whoever created you, brilliant. Hot chocolate stations. Last year was the first year that I ever made one, and my kids love it.
And I started one this year because when you told me that's what you're doing, I'm like, that's amazing. Can I copy that? It's been the biggest hit in
Ours
house.
too. Yeah. My kids, and even my teenager. Like last night, I made her a cup of hot chocolate at like 8:00 at night. But my kids love it.
Right. Mine do
but
too.
if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go on Pinterest, obviously. But it's just where you put up the mugs and then the hot chocolate and then your accoutrements, which are like marshmallows, or we have little cookies and cream sprinkles that go on top.
And I do like peppermint sticks.
Yes,
yes.
Yeah, so.
And they just sit in a little basket on the counter. And it's not like we ingest more hot chocolate, but it's more visible and it's fun.
It is.
Because like my kids are like, can we hit up the station?
Yes.
Yes.
I agree. But that's one of my favorites. Drive-through Christmas displays. We have one just north of us here, and we go every year, and it's an amazing little thing in someone's front yard. But you can go in your PJs, just like when you do the Minivan Express, and drive through this man's yard, and it lasts all of 5 minutes, but my kids love it. I love not having to get out. Right. And then we always hit the drive-through at McDonald's and come back and get a hot chocolate on the way home, or Starbucks, whatever. But let's see. The rest of mine, having 2.5 weeks with no alarm clock is amazing.
Yeah. We have a lot of similar items on our list, yeah.
Vegging out on Christmas Day. Yes. I told you I love to sit around on Christmas Day. Actually, this one does not have anything to do with Christmas, but it's one of my favorite things, like, ever. Thrift books. It's a website where you literally get 3 books for $10. As much as I love to read, I love that site. Kroger Click List, which is one of the best inventions ever, second to Amazon. And I'm thinking it's closing in on Amazon.
Right. You know, Kroger does it, and I'm sure, but they've both done it in other places, but Kroger now does it near us, right down the road, and H-E-B both does it.
Walmart, too.
Walmart's a little further away, so I don't think about that more often, but these two places are literally right down the road. It is a game changer.
It is. Where was this when I broke my ankle last year? And you know, it's funny. Someone made a comment the other day.
Did that rub you the wrong way? Because it rubbed me the wrong way.
And that's why I commented.
Right.
The woman basically said, people are lazy that use it. I can see if you're elderly or whatever. And I was like, no. There were a million opportunities that I would have used it when my children were small.
Right.
And when I broke my ankle.
I use it now because it's 5 minutes out of my day versus an hour and a half out
and
of
I'm
my
not
day.
lazy.
And you save money by using it.
You do, because you can see the running total.
People that work 40, 50, 60 hours a week, if they can put that list in and pick it up on the way home, they don't have time to spare either. This is good for everybody. And there's someone inside who is employed, making money, walking around. So you're also helping the economy.
And I have to tell you, the people that I have met, or the people that have done it, they're extremely nice. They'll sit out there and chat with you. But I agree. I think it gives you back time out of your life that you normally would lose in a grocery store. If you work full-time.
I'm more apt to actually plan my list and do this versus when I walk in and just randomly grab things. So. And
I could see where they probably lose, like if I were to go in the store, I'd spend $200.
Right.
But I spend $75 because I'm only buying exactly what I need instead of what I see. But all in all, it's a wonderful.
I love it too.
I do.
I agree. I like them both. They both do a very good job.
I've not done the H-E-B yet.
They do a good job.
Do they?
Yeah, they both
Their
do.
website was all wonky the other day, and I had a hard time with it.
Their product list is a little bit more limited than Kroger's.
Okay.
Kroger's has done a very good job of putting. If it's in the store, you can probably find it on there.
Right.
So I can't speak for everything, but. They are. I keep saying something out of the corner. I think I might be having a stroke. I don't know. I keep saying something out of the corner of my eye.
It's your hair. It's all.
It's probably.
That was my stomach growling. Hey, you want to hear?
Oh my God!
You heard it?
You need to eat.
The funny thing is the other day I asked for blackberries and they substituted blueberries, which were 4 times the price, and they didn't charge me.
No, they don't.
I thought that was amazing. When are you ever going to walk into a grocery store and say, hey, you don't have these, can I have this instead?
Right. Well, like my friend asked for, she wanted bananas and she wanted 3 of them while they sent her a bunch of 5.
And they didn't charge her extra.
No.
I know. I think that's great. I think.
So, it's very interesting to set up, but it's very handy and it makes a big difference.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, I just have a few more things. This year I've noticed, instead of the blow-up decorations for your yard, you can buy the 3D. Have you seen that? We have a little puppy in our yard. But I think they're amazing because for years little teenagers have run around and stabbed and,
Are you talking about like the wire decorations?
No, sort of. They're like the reindeer, except they're all encompassing. I have one in my front yard. You'll have to see it. But it's a puppy that's holding Christmas lights in its mouth. And it's about this high, but it's literally a solid dog with Christmas lights.
Oh, really?
That's kind of crazy. It's not the skeleton deer that's years past, and it's not the inflatable thing that the kids like to puncture,
Right.
But I thought that was the neatest thing. That was one of the neatest things that I had encountered this year. And then the laser lights.
You love your laser
lights.
I
do. We had the star shower last year,
pretty.
and it kicked the bucket this year after 1 year. So I bought something cheaper off of Amazon.
You need to contact them and be, by the way, I spent this much money.
Not the only one. It's a common sentiment. But this one has dancing Christmas trees. I said, score. This one's better.
Well, my neighbors across the way, they have one that does and it's on their front door, so it's like snowflakes come flying. I mean, it's so pretty. The kids love it.
Yes.
So.
Well, they'll have to come see ours.
Yes.
2 more things. Ipsy. Okay. I discovered Ipsy this year, which is amazing. Fun. It's the little makeup thing that you get every month. And then salt lamps. I don't know if you guys... those Himalayan salt lamps
yes,
I have?
Yes.
I love those.
Yes.
I love them. I can sleep by the light of them. I love those. They're great.
They're supposed to be very good for your...
It's supposed to be good for anxiety. They calm you down. It doesn't. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah. It does not work because I have, 4 kids and 2 of them in my house, 3 of them in my house, and it's still the same shit. Different day.
Still stressed out.
Yeah. Yes.
I do love Ipsy too. I've had a lot of fun with that. That being said, Ipsy, if you send me another black eyeliner, I swear to...
No shit, man. Or another friggin' mascara.
Right.
I'm going to poke my eye out with that mascara.
I mean, I love mascara. I love eyeliner, but I don't use it enough to actually, so in fact, I'm just going to send a bunch of it to Stacy because she's like, oh, that's always a commodity in our house. So.
Yeah, and don't send me another orange tango blush.
Did you try it? It's very muted.
Very peachy. I'm blonde. Why would they send you and me the same color?
I don't know.
Look at me. Look at me.
What are you trying to say?
Orange is not my color. Orange is not my color. I would look like an Oompa Loompa.
Maybe if your ass got out in the sun a little bit.
I don't get out in the sun. Stop giving me bad suggestions. What are your favorite things?
A lot of ours were actually very similar, which is probably why we get along. Christmas music, people complain about it going too early.
Oh, I can't wait.
I love it.
Can't wait.
I love it. The second it comes on, I'm a happier person.
Me too.
I am.
Me too.
And we listen to the kids want it in the car.
I get giddy when I hear it for the first time.
Yeah, and all of it. And even though I'm not, and this is going to be a big shock to some of you, I'm not a religious person. I still love religious Christmas music as well. Like Joy to the World and Silent Night and Drummer Boy.
I don't like those as much. I'll be honest.
I love them too.
I like the Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas.
I love the boppy stuff too, but I love it all.
Love it.
I'm not too picky about it. I just love it. I love all the food.
Yeah.
All the food that comes with the holidays.
Absolutely. So. Like what? Like what? You don't like eggnog?
No, and I wrote that. I'm like, I do like eggnog, but not to the, people get
crazy,
flat out crazy.
It's good with
about
whiskey.
Eggnog.
Have you ever tried it with whiskey?
Are you asking me if I tried something with booze in it?
Okay, so you haven't. You didn't like it. Okay.
I don't dislike it. If you offer it to me, I'm going to drink it. I just don't search it out and get all excited like some people do. I like, I don't do a lot of sweets, but this is the time of year, if the cookies are out,
Fudge.
I do the fudge. I make a mean fudge. Fudge. Yes, I love fudge. I love brownies.
Can we put rum chata in that?
I love coconut macaroons, and this is the only time of year I actually make them. So, yes.
Now I'm hungry. Yeah. Even more. No wonder my stomach's growling.
Oy vey. I did cheese steak for breakfast, so.
You had a cheesesteak for breakfast?
Cheese stick.
Oh, I had a protein bar, which is why I'm hungry. I know.
Gross.
That was a sound effect, by the way.
Dirty hippie. Protein bar. I love the decorations, and this year I actually had time. I used to have a ton of decorations, and as we moved, we kind of lost some of them. I didn't replace them, but we're to the point where I'm starting to replace things. And this year I made my wreath out front, and we're slowly buying things for the front yard, and I made a little garland, and just, getting all that stuff around.
Got all crafty and shit.
And then at night, when it's dark, and you turn off the lights, and all the Christmas, the tree lights and everything are on.
You scare the kids?
That. And they love it.
I was finished. Sorry, I didn't know where we were going.
That's every other day of the week. I scare the kids, but
she did a fabulous job on her wreath, by the way. That was
pretty.
The thing that
it
we
turned
bought.
Out very nice, yeah.
At Hobby Lobby the other day.
Yeah, and what happened was I saw that ornament, and I'm like, oh, what if I do this? And you're like, yes, let's do that. So.
Oh, I thought it was my idea. Whatever.
I said, what if I took this ornament and put it on a letter?
Do you ever wish you could rewind time, and be like, look, this is what was said. You said that. No, this is what was said. I'd love to do that at my house all the time. Because I'm always right. always at my house.
I think we both are for the most part.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I agree. So we're right now.
I wish that people would accept that we're right all the time.
I agree. The world would be a better place.
I tell my sisters that all the time. I'm like, if you guys could just accept that I'm right all the time, we'd fight less.
I know, right?
Right.
Let's get it over with. Just realize that.
Get with the damn program. Copper knows what she's talking about. Let's see. You listed a lot of what mine are.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
We have to learn to take turns with our lists because you're right. We are so similar that we pick the same things.
I love all that stuff. I'm going to check out that thrift books. Although you gave me that pile of books the other week, and I have not gone to them yet. It's such a crazy time of year. Like it was very cruel of you to give me a pile of books a couple weeks before Christmas.
I know. And I admit, even though this time of the year to me is my favorite to snuggle up and read, it doesn't always happen.
Right.
It rarely happens. My reading time is at night when the kids go to bed.
Well, like last night, Maggie's like, "Can I sleep in your bed?" And they had a bit of a rough afternoon when they came home and realized that Daddy had already flown back out. Mm-hmm. So I was like, "Yeah, of course you can sleep in my bed." And she's like, "Can we watch Sherlock?" I'm like, "Yes." And I felt really bad because she was right next to me watching Sherlock, and what was I doing? Working on this. So, but at the same time, it's just a bad time of year for that kind of stuff. But it's kind of, what was my point? Finding the balance between the two.
Yeah, so, I know. I agree, but it's okay, and that's kind of my goal for this. I did a holiday bucket list printable on my website because, and the ironic thing is I haven't even printed it out for myself. But
did you get ink? Did you buy ink?
I did.
Because I'm out now, right?
Okay, well you can print.
You owe me a printout. No,
I can print like 10,000 sheets. I've got so much ink.
When I lost one of my ink went out, I'm like, damn it, Heather. Like as if your permission slip was the one thing that put me over the edge.
I printed like two measly sheets of permission slip. Whatevs. But yeah, I try to, I don't want the season to go by and not have done things. So that was kind of one of the reasons that I did that little list, so that I could kind of remind myself, because it's easy to tell other people.
Right.
But if you don't follow your own advice, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot.
Right.
So.
And this time of year, like, I did just do a blog post on this to do a little shameless about how and you did post it, so the magic that comes with this time of year. And I had one of Maggie's little friends, her mom called me yesterday, and she was a little panicked because she said that she was on her way home and she talked to her husband. And her husband had mentioned, he's like, you need to call her because her daughter had mentioned that one of the things that they do, and both he and her then didn't want Maggie to come to me and be like, well, why don't we do this or whatever? And I'd be like, I don't even know what that is. So apparently yesterday was, sorry. Okay. So yeah, that we're recording this beforehand. But the other day was, and it's called St. Nicholas Day. And it's a cute little tradition. It's where they put their shoes by the door.
Okay.
And then St. Nicholas stops by and puts just a little something in their shoe. And she's like, it's not like it's an old DVD or pieces of candy. It's not going out and buying hundreds of dollars worth of stuff and trying to show them,
Right.
But she wanted to let me know in case Maggie was like, can we put her shoe by the door? And I wouldn't be like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, have you lost your damn mind? Are you on drugs? Are you on drugs in 4th grade? Anyway, and then she goes, we try as much as we can to keep the magic going in this household. And I said, I would absolutely agree with that.
Right.
She goes, I know some people think it's silly. I'm like, well, I'm not one of them. So.
No. And you're right. I know that you had talked about in your post, I think we are nearing the end with our 9-year-olds.
With that particular, you kind of hope that you're not, but the reality is you may be. This could be.
I agree.
The end of that magic.
I agree, and I've noticed that there's a lot more questioning and a lot more reasoning.
You see the gears working.
I do,
right.
And you're right. This year's probably the last year that my older daughter, not my oldest, but my older daughter, I think this probably will be the last year.
And you transition into something else that will be amazing as well, but there's a little bit of sadness that goes along with that. And luckily, both your daughter and my daughter are going to be the type of people
to not spoil it for everybody.
They'll play along.
Yeah,
they'll play along.
Much unlike my teenager who just is chomping at the bit to tell the kids.
No, she would burn that shit to the ground.
Santa is not real. I don't know what the hell you're thinking. Let me just bust your bubble, little kitties. Hey.
Let me pee in those Cheerios.
I know, right? Piss in the cornflakes. The other day, several times over the past few weeks, the kids have come home and said, such and such says Santa's not real. And I said, well, those who don't believe, you know what they get? They get dirty underwear. Right. And Landon says, or they get coal. And Paige said something else. But I'm like, absolutely.
Right.
Said you get underwear. You get dirty underwear if you don't believe in Santa. So tell your friend that.
Right.
Little asshole who want to ruin Christmas for my kid. What are you teaching your kids that you're going to come to school and tell my kid that Santa's not real?
Well, and that's the thing that we, and this was a couple years ago, so everyone was still fairly young. I think it was the 7th or 8th birthday or whatever. Maggie actually had a birthday party and had little friends over. And a couple of the girls, and I had a whole table full of little girls, and they piped up and said, our mom and dad say Santa's not real. And I literally had a table of little girls, and it wasn't even Christmas time. It was like August. Quivering lips, and I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you because I've seen him and he is real.
Right.
So, but I wanted to, and the kids are innocent. They irritate me sometimes. A little secret, I don't always like other people's kids, but I don't crush them though. Right. But damn it, parents. I mean, honestly, if you choose not to participate or your kids have gotten to the point where they don't believe, you need to have that talk with them.
Don't ruin it for everyone else.
Don't crush it.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't do that.
I agree. I know.
Because in our house, I want that shit to go on for as long as it can. Because once it's over and you stop believing in certain things, life just goes downhill from there.
It does.
Let's be honest.
No, I agree.
And I want my kids to be children for as long as they can.
Absolutely.
Because once they get into reality, you know what? That sucks.
Yes, it does. I know. I agree. I know. And that's the struggle that I have with my teenager. I tell her all the time, don't ruin it for him. Because I can see that little twinkle in her eye sometimes where she just wants to piss in their cornflakes. And I have to look at her and say, don't do it. Do not do it.
I'd be like, you'll be sorry if you do it.
Yeah. Well, and I told her, I said, you do it, you get nothing for Christmas. And they get the money I was going to spend on you. Right. They get it. So, so far that is done the trick.
Right.
But I'm just like, why? And it's a perfect opportunity for her to take revenge on the little kids.
Right.
But,
I'm really concerned about your stomach.
My stomach is still growling. I'm like,
So, all right. Well, that went into a little bit of a speech about Santa and stuff. So
no, it's okay.
We should probably, when we put this up, put a note that not to listen to this around your children.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that would be really ironic if we talked about how horrible you are for ruining it for children, and then...
Let's just be honest here. I typically put a not suitable for work
it's not.
disclaimer.
You should probably,
You should not ever really listen to us around your kids. Unless you're like us, and your kids hear this shit all the time anyway.
Right.
Which, hey. But, yeah, don't... If you want to keep Santa a secret, don't listen to this around your kids.
Right.
So,
all right. Well, let's talk a little bit. We do need to get going. This is a longer episode, and that's okay. But because you won't be hearing from us for a few weeks, we have decided to take the rest of the year off. It's break. We have family. We have friends. We have celebrating to do. So
and we have food to eat because my stomach is growling like a bitch.
We have food to eat. So hopefully, we'll see you in 2017, and maybe we'll be a couple pounds heavier then. But before we go, we want to say have a safe and happy New Year.
Yep.
I hope that your holidays are fantastic. And I think I speak for both of us when I want to say thank you.
That's right. Thank you very much. This year has been amazing.
Right.
Even though we didn't podcast the whole entire year, we've been doing it since May, right?
Oh my God, it feels like it's been longer. But yes, that's true. Yeah. Our first episode was actually in June, but we started this process in May.
Yeah. And for those doubters who think, oh, why do you do it? Why do you waste your time? You don't make money off of it. Guess what?
I feel better when we're done.
We do it. I do too. It's like therapy. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. And for someone like me who has kids to talk to all day, it's nice to talk to another adult.
Side note, when she walked in the door today, she just started talking, and I'm just sitting there blinking, looking at her. She's like, I haven't talked to anyone in a while. I'm like, I can tell.
I get so excited, and I'm like bursting with ideas, and I just want to tell you.
But that being said, we're really, really, really super grateful for the experience of doing this and that you guys actually take the time to listen to us. So
absolutely.
I don't know what else. I mean, thank you just encompasses all that I feel.
Yes. So thank you for 2016.
Right.
It was an amazing year. And let's make 2017
even better.
Even better.
We're going to, we have some ideas and they're going to be great and you guys are going to love it. well, oh God, I hope you love it. But but it's going to be a great year.
Yep.
So, all right.
Is.
Happy holidays, I guess.
Happy holidays, and check us out on our personal sites.
Oh, yes. Oh, Jesus, I skipped that part. Every damn time. You would think by now I would know better.
Yes, because my intention is to post every week, as yours is as well.
Yes.
So you can still find us on there until we come back.
Right.
Copper is neverdrinkfrommommy'scup.com, and I am onefedupmommy.com.
And I can't speak for you, but I know there'll probably be some shenanigans on my pages over the holidays. So
I do that on my Facebook page. I mean, on my Instagram page.
So, all right. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, great.
Happy holidays. Have a happy new year.
Yep.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
Bye.